The US is downplaying its plans to create a security force along the Turkey-Syria border. Washington says it's not forming a conventional army. Turkey has strongly criticised reports that the US would use YPG elements in its border force. The US sees them as a partner in the fight against Daesh, but Ankara considers the YPG to be the Syrian offshoot of the PKK terror group. Well, for more on how the situation in northern Syria could play out, TRT World Turkey analyst Yusuf Erim joins me now in the studio. Yusuf, good to have you with us. What do you make of these US comments, these US attempts to downplay the situation, Tillerson saying that the situation has been misportrayed?
Well, we can clearly see that Washington has taken to heart Turkey's concerns on the matter. We're seeing a complete U-turn right now from what was said over the last couple of days. Tillerson expressed how important close cooperation with Ankara is in Syria. He basically said that this border force is not an issue. It's almost non-existent. We saw Mattis also praise Turkey, and we saw him recommend to Ankara not to take the border force to heart. I would like to say it's a bizarre turn of events, but these conflicting statements have become the status quo in the Trump administration, so we can't really say it's bizarre.
I mean, if it's not a border force, though, what is it? I mean, this is still a force of 30,000 fighters, which Turkey considers to be terrorists or part of a terror group, which the US has said, yes, we are working with them.
Well, looking at Tillerson's comments yesterday, he said the US will maintain a military presence. He didn't give any real details about the border force yet. At least he contradicted what was previously said, and he hasn't laid out in very articulate form details
exactly what it means.
of what it's going to be. So we have to wait and see for more details.
What is Russia's stance on all of this, though? Because obviously Russia is going to want to convert its military gains into a continued presence in Syria as well.
Well, the U.S.-Turkey relationship has been in the headlines, but if Turkey was to perform a military operation in Afrin, it would need Russian approval, not U.S. approval, because there's Russian military police there, there's Russian outposts there, and Russia actually has influence over the YPG faction in Afrin. Now, President Erdogan has stated that he talks daily with Putin, and they've had a very successful alliance together, despite having opposing views on Assad, where Turkey has backed down a little on their contention of having Assad removed, and they've placed more importance on their national security and their border, and they've allowed Russia to work. They've allowed Russia to help the regime out while they're concentrating on their national security. And it looks like Russia would approve a Turkish incursion into Afrin.
Something they could agree on, the YPG. And I mean, more generally, how do you see this playing out? Are we seeing the creation of, separate states within Syria? Do you think a Kurdish state in Syria is, a possibility in the future?
Well, history is a great teacher, and it happens to repeat itself. I see the PYD, the YPG formation in Syria and what they're trying to do very similarly to the KRG in Iraq. The KRG basically established itself after the 1993 no-fly zone was created. They were able to establish themselves in northern Iraq. They enjoyed great American support. After Daesh was defeated and they saw a power vacuum, they made a move for independence. Now we're seeing the same thing with the YPG right now. They're enjoying American support. Daesh has been defeated. Now they're trying to make a move for independence. But as we saw with the KRG, Iraq didn't allow it, Iran didn't allow it. And then with the YPG, it doesn't look like Turkey's going to allow it either.
A lot of regional factors at play. Thank you so much for that analysis. That's TRT World Turkey analyst Yusuf Erim.